Okay? Step back a minute. Arash Rahbar, another great IFBB pro. Get started. Arash.
Thank you, guys. First of all, I want to commend you all for coming here and taking advantage of such an awesome event with a world-class lineup here. I think it's awesome to have you guys all here. In bodybuilding, every time we get together, a lot of questions are about diet and training, and of course that's very important. But one thing I want to share with you guys today is mindset. I think that gets a little bit overlooked in bodybuilding, and I think I'll go as far as saying above genetics, above everything else, your mindset is number one. It's most important. You can have the best plan, the best training, from Jay Cutler back here, you know, the best coach, whatever it may be, the awesome genetics. If your mindset isn't 100%, if you don't believe in yourself and truly have undying faith that you're gonna succeed, that you're gonna reach your goal, it won't come together. You know, literally standing behind me, I have some of the best in the world, and I'll tell you, I know them all personally. We got Guy Cisternino here, one of the most intense guys in the IFBB. It's all about your mindset. Yeah, give him a round of applause, guys. You know, I've been following bodybuilding since I was 14 years old, and the question was always, what is Ronnie doing? What is Ronnie eating? How is Ronnie training? What's Ronnie doing that's different than everyone else? And the thing is, Ronnie had fun with it. He believed in himself. He didn't complain. I don't know if a lot of you guys know, but he lost for a long time, for a decade. No one knew Ronnie Coleman's name. How many of you can really take those defeats and keep going? You know, a lot of us, we take defeats, regardless if you guys are competing or not. A lot of you out here are competitors, and a lot of you just want to be at your best. So it's not necessarily about getting on stage. It's your mindset and your belief to be your absolute best. You have to truly believe in everything, in your program, in your protocol, in everything, and envision your goal. Envision the way you want to look in X amount of days, X amount of weeks. A lot of us will be doing everything, putting in the work, but we'll be verbally beating ourselves up. Oh, I don't have good genetics. Oh, my waist is too wide, or my arms are weak, whatever the case may be. Whatever you continuously say to yourself and focus on and continue to believe, it will be a reality. If you don't think you can be great, if you don't think you can reach your goals, win your show, whatever the case it may be, you won't. It doesn't matter how many other people believe in you, how many people tell you you look great in your last show and you have what it takes. If you can't bring it together mentally, everything else will fall short. And I can't stress this enough. I think about it every day. You know, my mental state has changed over the years. So the first 23 years, I trained for fun. I just trained because I loved it, and there was no stress. I wasn't competing. I didn't have Instagram. There was no Instagram. I'm a little bit older than a lot of you. Once I started to compete, I did really well my first year, and there was a lot of stress second year, third year. So you got to take it and drive forward and stay focused and use it as fuel, not let it break you down. And I'm telling you, there's hundreds of bodybuilders out there that we don't know their names, that had what it took, had the genetics of a Jay Cutler or Ronnie Coleman, but didn't get to where Jay and Ronnie did because they were flawed up here. They had the genetics, they were training hard, they put in the work. A lot of us work hard, everybody works hard. You know, we like to say, you know, when we do well, we work harder than the next guy. And sometimes that is the case, but in my humble opinion, 99% of the time, it has to do with the mental state. I mean, Jay battled one of the best bodybuilders of all time, year after year after year. He lost to him year after year before he started winning his titles. How many of you think you can take those defeats and keep going? That was hard. What he went through was hard. A lot of bodybuilders, a lot of competitors, a lot of people just trying to get into shape, they won't continue after 1, 2, 3 failures. Jay, how many years was it for you? It was a lot. It was a long time. But now look, now he's one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time. You know, so whatever the case may be, guys, evaluate your mindset. After I'm done talking, after you leave here today, think to yourselves, what am I continuously believing? What is my true belief about myself? You know, your underlying deep down beliefs. You can be positive thinking. Positive thinking is worthless if it's not backed by true emotion and true feeling. You can be a cheerleader and be positive and post stuff on Instagram and, yeah, we're doing great, blah, blah, blah. If your true belief is that you're not good enough, you have bad genetics, your legs are too weak, your waist is too big, then that's who you are, that's what you're gonna be. So really sit down, think about what your goals are, and think about how your mindset is affecting your journey and helping you or not helping you, doing the opposite to reach your goals. So I commend you guys all to really think about that. And I want to open the floor. Any questions you have whatsoever, please feel free to ask. A lot of times when I speak, no one asks any questions. Then when I get off, I'll get asked a lot of questions. So if you ask them now, you'll be helping a lot of other people because they might have similar questions or whatnot. Anyone brave enough to ask a question? You right there.
What's your go-to motivational quote that you live by?
My go-to motivational quote? I don't think I have one.
What do you tell yourself when you're down? When you get yourself back up?
I remind myself why I'm doing this. I remind myself that I truly want to be my best. I want to be remembered. Of course, I have a competitive edge, and I want to be #1 in the world. But for me, I feel like I still have not proven to myself and to the world that what I could truly bring and what I could be. So my motivation is a passion. I don't think, people always ask like what motivates you. I don't think we need motivational quotes or videos on YouTube. Like I've never really I watch some stuff on YouTube or Instagram and that gets me, pumped up. A lot of videos of the guys behind me. But when you truly love something and you have a burning desire, a passion for it, I don't think you need an external motivational source. I don't think you need someone to yell in your face or your ear. So I honestly, just the thought of achieving what I want to achieve gives me goosebumps. What I do is when I'm in prep, when I'm getting ready, like for the Arnold last year, I envisioned constantly being on that stage, right? And it's getting into the feeling place of that reality. And I envisioned being declared first place, and I envisioned Arnold speaking to me and me replying to him. It didn't work out, I got second, but I got into the feeling place. If you guys can't feel the feeling of being in shape, being loved, being wealthy, you're not gonna get it. You have to not only think it, but you have to truly feel it. I hope that answers your question. Any other questions?
Sorry, I'm nervous.
No, I'm nervous too, don't worry about it. Yes and no. So she asked, does your genetics determine the size of growth of a specific body? How long have you been trying? How long have you been at this? Okay, so genetically you can't change the shape of a given muscle, right? If we could, we'd all do Arnold's chest workout, we'd have Arnold's chest. You can change the overall shape of your physique by making one area bigger, one area smaller. That's the art of bodybuilding, the art of illusion. So genetics plays a big role, absolutely. If you don't have superior genetics, can you be Mr. or Mrs. Olympia? No. But can you be your absolute best? Can you improve from where you are today? 100% yes. You have to play with different diets, different styles of cardio. The reason I ask you how long have you been at it is because it takes a long time. I've been at it 25 years, and I still don't think I have it all together, I hope that answers. Any other questions? You in the back and then you.
From a nutritional standpoint, what has changed in how you cook your nutrition from all season, maybe like 20 pounds to a week up?
My foods off-season and prep, how is it different is what he's asking. The caloric intake changes and sometimes my carb timing, but my foods don't change. I eat the same food, same carbs, same protein, almost all year round. There's a lot of sources of them, but I don't believe in training and dieting an XYZ certain way for 10, 11 weeks, and then the last week doing something completely different, eating pancakes standing on your head with, it's just crazy. Your digestion, your stomach can't take it. It's not used to digesting that. So it's just the amount of food changes. And how much is the amount? I have no idea. It depends how much I can tolerate. In bodybuilding, you want to eat the most amount of food and do the least amount of work while getting results. If you're getting ripped on 5,000 calories and 10 minutes of cardio, God bless you. I mean, I don't think, don't change that. So you want to start really slow, very gradual. Take away X amount of calories, maybe 100 or 200 the first week, and ride that out and slowly diet. You guys you have to understand on a side note, if you want to understand bodybuilding and you want to progress, you have to understand the human body. We're all pretty much cavemen and women. And you have to understand homeostasis. It's a natural balance of the body. So everything we do in bodybuilding goes against what our body naturally wants to do. That's why it's difficult. So how many of you have dieted for 2 weeks and then you swear you're staying on your diet and you're not cheating, but you stop losing weight? It's because your body is smarter than the bodybuilder. It slows your metabolism because your body thinks you're dying. If you have all of a sudden you're at a caloric deficit and you're training and doing tons of cardio, your body doesn't know there's a restaurant, 7-Eleven, shakes up front. You know, it thinks you're dying, so it'll slow your metabolism. That is why we have cheat meals. Not because it's Sunday, not because you deserve it. The only reason the cheat meal should be in your protocol is to jumpstart your metabolism and get you revved back up. And if you did it properly and if it was needed, you would actually feel your metabolism go up and your body temperature. Push through the what? Being alone? I'm the worst person to ask because I'm a loner. Again, the way you push through the solitude, the way you push through the pain, the way you push through failures is passion. If you guys notice that you're cutting short your cardio and you're stopping before your set or your rep is done or you're cheating on your diet, maybe it's not for you. If you love something enough, how many people take care of their kids? Because you love them. Maybe you have to too. But if you truly love what you're doing, you'll put up with whatever comes your way. It's not always fun, and it's very, very tough. All right, sorry guys, that's it.